Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy joins me now. Do you see this? I see it. Year one, Joe's gone, Kamala's in. That's the play. That's the decoy.
You know why it's so true? They've already played it once. It was the Hunter Biden laptop. What did the first thing they do? They had it since 2019. They go out and tell everybody, no, it's not real. Then they tell all the media, you cannot print this, you cannot talk about it. And then once the election's over, oh yeah, it's real. And you know, the Wall Street Journal did a story recently. And I told them, I watched this behind the scenes working with this president. I saw the moments he's not there. I never hid from the fact that places, and they're acting like this is a big shock. But if you follow the Democrats, remember Axelrod, who ran Obama's campaign? He started a year and a half ago trying to get him not to run.
Right.
Then Clinton's Carville tried to get him not to run. Now they finally decided we can't get him off the ticket. Kamala can't win. So they have to lie to all of us about how great he is, how sharp he is, how he can out-hustle the whole country just to get him over the finish line, and then the switcheroo. Don't you see that they literally have the top people in Hollywood working on him? Right. Wear those sunglasses. The problem is he has to walk to the podium. And then when he walks to the podium, everybody looks around. What are you talking about? And then when he starts to talk, then you're in trouble. They tried to hide him all the last time, and this is exactly the play they want to do. They got to just get through this last bit. When we see him swallow words or say things completely incomprehensible at these public events or not clap to the beat, when you were behind the scenes with him negotiating, what did you see? Well, what I would do, he'd always go with the cards, right? So what I learned early on, he has to read from them, and once he starts reading, I was interject. And then he didn't know what to do, and he was startled. And then he'd close it and just stop. And then Kamala would have to start talking. So it was a play.
Oh my God.
It was a play I used every time. There was one time we were sitting there, and he's taking us on a tour. Then all of a sudden he goes, "Do you want to go out to the pool?" What? Yes. And then Jill's on the other side of the table with me. She goes, "No, they don't want to go out." He goes, "You don't want to go out?" Then he opens the door, and it's wintertime, and he walks us down to the swimming pool into the changing room. What? Yes. And then we walk back up, and he's created this little room outside the Oval Office to be a little office for him. Now, President Trump had it as a gift shop. Right. But Clinton used it for something else. Right. But he's made it a little office for himself, like 10 feet away from the Oval Office. Why? Like a little mini office, yes, not the grand Oval Office, no, like a little cubby hole. Between you and I. Right. And all it does is have a little desk in there, and then it has one of those valets, and when I walked in, it had a blue dress shirt all wrinkled. Look at, when does the president take his shirt off in there? Taking his shirt off in the Oval? No, but why didn't they clean it up? I don't know what he's changed it. And then we come walking back in, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, please don't show this to any other world leader. Oh my God. I will tell you, Democrats, Kevin, I can't believe he showed you the pool in the middle of winter, but not just the pool. No, the dressing room. Yes. When he got to the dressing room, what did he say in the dressing room? Well, first he got to the door and it was locked. And he told me it was locked. So then some Secret Service comes and opens it up. I'm like, what are we doing? I was trying to go for a dip. Back. Do some laps. Yeah. All right. You're doing laps around them is what you're doing. We just mentioned Hunter. Someone just floated the idea of a pardon, but not who you think it would be coming from. Watch this.
I'd like to see President Trump come out with a statement saying, look, if Hunter Biden commits to a program of sobriety and, inpatient or maybe outpatient shows up, keeps his sobriety, I'll pardon him. I'd love to see President Trump to say that. And it would be a magnanimous, offer on his part, show his humanity and really, flip the tables on the Democrats.
What do you think about that play? My first thought is I like it for this point. It means Trump is president. Yeah, I do too. And it also shows the Democrats are fearful of Trump to become president because they're fearful he will do what they are doing to him. Right. And you know what's interesting? They run on Bidenomics, which fails because inflation. Then they run on democracy. And NPR did a poll of just independents, and by a vote of 53 to 42, they think the biggest threat to democracy is him having another 4 years. So what I think from this is, it's not bad. Trump shows that the greatest retribution you could do to anybody is be successful. I think that's the move. Revenge is success. Exactly. All right. You want to go see the pool? You got a key? All right. Kevin McCarthy, thanks so much. More prime time ahead.